The wait is finally over, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe has just changed forever with the official release of the Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer. This isn't just another trailer because it confirms the one thing every single Marvel fan has been praying for since the emotional ending of Endgame. Steve Rogers is officially back, and the way he returns is going to absolutely shatter your expectations of what the Multiverse Saga is truly about. Welcome back to Hollywood Talks, where today we are breaking down every hidden detail and mind-blowing theory from the brand new Avengers Doomsday teaser. Make sure you hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel because we are diving deep into the return of the Sentinel of Liberty. The teaser opens with a hauntingly familiar aesthetic as we see a lone motorcycle rider traveling down a quiet, sun-drenched road toward a very specific house. If you look closely at the architecture and the surroundings, this is the exact same home where Steve Rogers finally lived out his long-awaited life. The rider pulls up and we see a hand slowly placing a motorcycle helmet onto the seat of the bike before the camera pans to a jacket. This isn't just any jacket because it's the iconic brown leather jacket that Steve Rogers wore throughout his time in the MCU before the big battles. The atmosphere is peaceful yet heavy with a sense of impending doom that suggests this quiet retirement is about to be interrupted by a multiversal threat. As the figure walks toward the porch, the camera stays behind him, building the tension until we finally see a man holding a small baby boy. The man turns around and the world collectively gasps as the face of Chris Evans is revealed, looking younger than the old Steve we saw previously. He looks into the camera with that classic determined gaze we haven't seen in years, and then the screen turns black with the official announcement. Steve Rogers will return in Avengers. Doomsday is written across the screen in bold letters, and the internet has officially gone into a complete meltdown. But why is he back, and who is this child he is holding in his arms as he stands on the porch of his hidden sanctuary? The first major theory suggests that this isn't a variant of Steve, but the actual Steve Rogers who stayed behind in the past with Peggy Carter. However, the fact that he looks relatively young suggests that this scene might be taking place much earlier in his timeline than the 2023 handoff. The baby in his arms is the biggest mystery of the entire trailer, and many believe this child is actually a young James Rogers from the comics. In the next Avengers storyline, James Rogers is the son of Captain America and Black Widow. But here, he is clearly the son of Steve and Peggy. This adds a massive layer of emotional stakes because if Doctor Doom is coming for the multiverse, he is coming for Steve's legacy and his family. Another shocking theory floating around is that this baby might actually be a multiversal anchor that Doctor Doom needs to complete his master plan. We know from the Fantastic for First Steps post-credits scene that Doom is already hunting for specific individuals across different timelines to fuel his power. By bringing back Steve Rogers, Marvel is acknowledging that the perfect ending in Endgame might have actually had some very dark and unintended multiversal consequences. Think back to what the Ancient One said about removing stones and changing timelines because Steve living a full life might have caused a massive incursion. An incursion is when two universes collide, and the theory is that Steve's choice to stay with Peggy actually destroyed the universe belonging to Doctor Doom. This would give Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom a personal vendetta against the Avengers, specifically targeting the man who accidentally wiped out his entire world. Imagine the narrative weight of Steve Rogers having to face a villain who looks exactly like his best friend Tony Stark while being blamed for genocide. The dialogue in the teaser is minimal, but the imagery of the Captain America shield leaning against a wall suggests that Steve is being forced back. He isn't wearing the suit yet, but the way he holds that baby tells us that he will do anything to protect the life he finally built. The Russo Brothers are directing this film, and they are known for taking beloved characters and putting them through absolute physical and emotional hell for the story. Bringing back Steve Rogers isn't just a nostalgia play because it feels like a necessary piece of the puzzle to stop the cascading crisis mentioned. We also have reports of other trailers focusing on Thor and Doctor Doom himself, which means this movie is going to be a massive character study. The Thor teaser reportedly shows the god of thunder praying to Odin for the strength to protect his adopted daughter Love from an incoming shadow. This suggests a pattern where Doom is targeting the next generation of heroes to draw the original Avengers out of their hiding spots or retirements. If Thor and Steve Rogers are both protecting children, then Doctor Doom is setting up a scenario where the stakes are more personal than ever before. Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is the ultimate wild card here because his new mask. Same task quote implies he still thinks he is saving humanity. He might believe that by pruning these anomalous families like Steve's, he is actually stabilizing the multiverse and preventing the total collapse of all reality. The visual effects in the teaser show ripples in the air that look like the reality warping powers seen in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This confirms that the wall between dimensions is thinning and Steve Rogers might be the only one who truly understands the cost of changing history. The trailer ends with a quick montage of the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, looking up at the sky as a massive shadow looms over Earth. It seems the film will feature two different versions of the Avengers' leadership working together to try and stop the absolute power of Victor Von Doom. One team led by Sam Wilson in the present day and another legacy group of variants or time-displaced heroes gathered by the mysterious Doctor Strange. The inclusion of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in the official cast list makes this the biggest cinematic event in history, surpassing even Endgame's scale. We are seeing a collision of worlds where Patrick Stewart's Professor X and Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards might finally share the screen with Steve Rogers. But the heart of the story remains the return of Chris Evans and the heavy burden he carries as a man who just wanted peace. Marvel is officially moving away from the Kang storyline and leaning fully into the Doomsday theme, which implies that not everyone is going to survive. There is a very dark theory that Steve Rogers returns just to sacrifice himself one last time to fix the timeline he accidentally broke for Peggy. This would be a tragic full-circle moment for the character and would leave fans absolutely devastated, but would also cement his status as the ultimate hero. As we look at the teaser one more time, the music shifts into a distorted version of the Avengers theme that sounds mechanical and cold. This reflects the influence of Doctor Doom, a villain who combines the mastery of high-level technology with the ancient dark arts of powerful sorcery. He is not just a guy in a suit, but a multiversal threat who has already conquered his own world and is now looking at ours. The release date is set for December 18, 2026, which means we have a long year of theories and leaks ahead of us as production continues. Marvel is also planning to re-release Avengers Endgame in theaters later next year to refresh everyone's memory on exactly how Steve Rogers' journey supposedly ended. This move shows that they want the audience to feel the weight of Steve's return and understand the gravity of the threat that brings him back. What do you think about the return of Steve Rogers, and do you believe the baby in the trailer is the key to the multiverse? Is Robert Downey Jr. playing a variant of Tony Stark, or is he a completely different person from another universe who just happens to look like him? The Doomsday title suggests that this is only the beginning of the end before we head into the massive conclusion of Avengers Secret Wars in 2027. Make sure you share this video with your fellow Marvel fans so they can join the discussion and stay updated on all things MCU and Hollywood. Don't forget to like this video if you're hyped to see Chris Evans back in action, and subscribe to Hollywood Talks for daily movie breakdowns. We will be covering every single leak and official update for Avengers Doomsday as they happen, so you don't miss a single second of the action. The road to Battle World has officially begun, and with Steve Rogers back on the team, the Avengers might actually stand a chance against the coming storm. Stay tuned for more updates and let us know your best theories in the comments section below as we prepare for the ultimate cinematic showdown. Thank you for watching Hollywood Talks, and we will see you in the next video as we continue to track the rise of Doctor Doom. Would you like me to create a detailed script focusing on the leaked Thor Odin Force teaser, or perhaps a breakdown of the Doctor Doom new mask theory?